Hi guys and girls, welcome to JB Military Antiques. I'm Jamey Blewitt. I'm the owner of the auction house and the shop. Today we're going to talk about the ban in Australia of the display and trade of Nazi memorabilia. Now this day is one that most of us as collectors and dealers have thought would never come, given the fact that the trade in Third Reich memorabilia has always been legal in Australia and in many parts of the world forever. Now, as of the 8th of January 2024, it is illegal to buy, sell, or trade or transport or disseminate images of items from the Third Reich or any items containing the swastika or the SS or offensive symbols. Now we know what swastikas look like because there's one here underneath this blue tack that we can't show you because it's offensive and illegal to show. We know what the SS symbols look like. We don't know what other offensive symbols could be. That could be up to whoever's making up these laws that we have to work with. So today I'm going to quickly talk to you about what it means for us as collectors and dealers and what it means for the collecting of Third Reich Militaria in Australia. So basically, 8th of January, we signed into law that in Australia you cannot buy, sell, or trade in any way, including swapping, giving credit, or anything in terms of trade in anything showing a swastika, SS runes, or other offensive symbols in Australia. So you can't barter, you can't swap, you can't get money for it. Can you give it away? Yeah, I guess you can because it's still legal to own these things. You just can't make any money from it or have any financial gain. Now, how that's defined? Well, we're going to have to find out when some poor lady or gent gets charged at the local swap meet or at the local antique shop for selling a coin or a stamp or something bearing one of those symbols. We'll just have to wait and see. I've been asked by literally hundreds of people in the last 2 or 3 months what it means. Well, it means everything I've just told you. You can keep it, you just can't do anything with it. So you can't send it to someone. So if I got this hat and I sent it to my mate and I was found to have sent it for the purpose of committing an illegal act, I could be charged and the person receiving it could be charged as well. Maximum penalty is 12 months in prison. Now, whilst you think that could be hilarious, it's quite true. 12 months in prison for buying, selling, trading, or sending, or disseminating images online or photographs in prison. Now, because it's a counter-terrorism law, you may also argue that if you get charged and convicted, not only will you get 12 months in the neck, you could also be claimed to be a terrorist, which means you might lose your passport. If you're a dual citizen, you might lose your Australian citizenship. And chance of you flying into countries like America or the United States and other countries that don't like terrorists and terrorist groups, I guess that all comes into play as well. So is it worth trading this stuff from now on? Well, you know what? Australia was, in my opinion, a country that was based on democracy and we had free speech, so I'm not going to tell you what to do. But those are the laws as they stand. Are they fair? Of course they're not fair. Should they be tried in the High Court? Absolutely. It's going to be up to you, the collector and dealer, to actually do something about it. As you all know, I and others spent hundreds of hours talking to politicians, talking to collectors and other people. where did we get? Well, we got nowhere because obviously the politicians, by and large, apart from Malcolm Roberts from the One Nation Party, who I thank for actually trying to stick up for collectors and dealers, no one cared. They were all too scared. Okay, it's an area that politicians don't care about, and by and large don't want to lose the support from those people, predominantly that you could say those Melbourne lobbyists that threaten, cajole and lie to the general public about this neo-Nazi threat to Australia. Now listen, can I send this stuff overseas? Well, you can't. It's transport. If you get caught sending this stuff overseas, well, it's the same. Can I send it to my friend? No, you can't. Can I send images to my mates? No, you can't. Can I sell it? No, you can't. Can I trade it? No, you can't. By the terms of the law, you cannot do any of those things. All right? So please, be careful when you're dealing with this stuff. Don't destroy it. Don't, whatever you do. As many people have said to me, I'll just denazify it. Don't do it. It's historical. It's part of history. Don't take a primary source like an original object and throw it in the bin. Don't destroy it. Don't do anything with it. Now, we've got 3 caps here. Cap A, NCO's cap infantry, eagle with a covered swastika. Cap B, Soviet Union Admiral of the Fleet cap. Cap C, Air Marshal Bomber Harris's cap. It's actually named to him and it's actually his. We all know that Bomber Command was headed by Harris, killed hundreds of thousands of Germans and Europeans during the Second World War. Hundreds of thousands bombed, destroyed. Cap B, Admiral of the Fleet, he took part of the roundup of German prisoners at the end of the war, executing them. This guy here, okay? Can't mention his name, but that's what his history is. And this guy here, infantry NCO, was part of the German army. Which one can't you send in the post? Send photos of, buy, sell, or do anything with it apart from having your collection? A, B, or C? If you picked A, you'd be correct. So that means you passed the test. Now, finally, I'm going to tell you, I find these laws an absolute travesty of justice. They're undemocratic, they're wrong, I don't agree with them at all, and they should be repealed. You guys can help out by doing something about it. Talk to your mates, talk to other collectors, talk to anyone that doesn't know this stuff, because I am getting so many people saying, I had no idea about this. Talk. Be responsible for your collecting. Take a stand. If you thought that this would all be dealt with by those dealers and collectors that are the ones that scream the loudest on the forums, then you're wrong. Many of them did nothing. Some of them did a lot, but many did nothing. So those people that did nothing, if you listen to this, it's your time to actually make up for the fact that you did nothing and actually do something about this. Now, I've just come back from a 5-week trip to Europe. I was in Germany, Poland, Slovakia, Austria, Czech Republic, Switzerland, and France. I went to the flea markets in Frankfurt. I went to the flea markets in Munich. I went to the flea markets in Vienna, and I went to the flea markets in Krakow, in Poland. All of those cities, in those different countries, had Nazi memorabilia for sale with a sticker over it. No one I could hear at the markets was bothered by it. Now, the last place I went to was in Krakow. I went to the Jewish district, just near the castle. It was the old Krakow ghetto. There was about 40 dealers there. There were about 3 or 4 Israeli, American, Jewish tour groups walking through that area, and the flea market was situated in the old square next to the synagogue. And guess what? They were selling Nazi memorabilia there with the stickers over it, with people who were obviously Jewish walking around in the market. I was there for about an hour thinking, how strange is this? You're in the Jewish area, there's Jewish hotels here, Jewish restaurants, you're next to the synagogue, and there are people there selling Nazi memorabilia. So take that as a thought, keep it in your mind, and the next time you come across a politician who tells you that all of these countries outlaw these things and the Jews are all opposed to it, take that and ask them, well, how come that's the case? And then you might come to an idea that maybe Australia is an outlier. Yeah, there are countries in Europe who ban this stuff, but guess what? It's publicly for sale. Any person can go to those countries today, go down to the markets, go to the auctions, and they'll see those things for sale. Like us on Facebook, get in touch with us. Certainly support other collectors in everything you can think of to try and get this ban overturned. And let's hope that one day we might be able to freely sell German items as we have forever. Thanks very much, and I wish you the best of luck.